story so insane, you wonder how the world didn't stop for a moment to scream. That's what happened to me when I read about a massive intelligence failure, one so bad it may have destroyed 70% of the CIA's global operations. And yet, most people have never ever heard of it. This this is that story. Hey everyone, welcome to our show Dark Logs, where we pull back the curtain on the hidden world of cybercrime and the human stories behind the hacks. Each episode, we break down real cases, some shocking, some overlooked, but all of them important. This is episode 4. Imagine being a CIA officer in a hostile country, let's say Iran. You can't just stroll in wearing a badge. You've got a fake passport, a cover story, and you're risking your life every day. Now imagine your one lifeline, your secret line of communication with your agency gets compromised. Not by force, not by brute hacking, but by a sloppy technical mistake no one took seriously. And because of that, people started disappearing. But before we get there, let me take you back. Around 2009, Iran was furious. Someone had leaked their nuclear secrets and they were out for blood. They began hunting for a mole, someone betraying them from the inside. Around the same time, the CIA was using a very clever trick. They had these fake websites disguised as yoga blogs, book clubs, you name it. But hidden behind them was a secret login portal. Only agents and assets knew about it. To the outside world, just another hobby site. But to the CIA, a hidden channel of life or death intel. Sounds genius, right? But there was a flaw. A man named John Reidy, working as a CIA contractor, saw the cracks. He flagged the flaws in the communication system, said it could lead to a massive intelligence failure. He was ignored, brushed off, eventually fired. Maybe because he wasn't perfect. Maybe because his side business was seen as a conflict. But the warning? It was real. Because not long after, Iran made a terrifying discovery. They found him, a double agent, someone the US thought was working for them, was actually loyal to Iran. And this person? He handed Iran the key. Literally. He exposed one of the secret websites. And with a bit of creative googling, Iranian intelligence pulled on the thread and found the rest of the network. No need for hacking, just pattern matching. Just open source intuition. Now, they weren't just inside the CIA's comms channel, they were watching everything. Suddenly, Iranian intelligence could see scheduled meetings. They tracked CIA assets, ordinary citizens risking their lives. They followed handlers. They connected dots. And then they waited. They watched Iranian sources board planes to Dubai, waited for the meeting with the CIA, captured photos of handlers, then followed them one by one. When those assets returned home, they were arrested, imprisoned, some were executed, gone. And this was just the beginning. Iran didn't stop there. They shared what they found with China and Russia. Suddenly, networks in China were collapsing. Sources vanished. More deaths, dozens of lives, maybe more. One redacted memo said 70% of global CIA operations were impacted. That's not a small glitch, that's catastrophic. And yet, there was no press conference, no public apology, no investigation made public, no one arrested, no statement from the CIA. Just a quiet wall with a few more stars carved into the stone, each one representing someone who gave their life in silence. And we, the public, we barely even knew. This wasn't a bomb, this wasn't a war, but it was an explosion. One that tore through the world of intelligence without a single sound. We may never know the full extent of what was lost, but the lesson? Sometimes the biggest disasters are the ones that never make the news. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider subscribing, sharing, or leaving a review. It helps more than you know. And if you're watching this on YouTube, hit that like button and drop your thoughts in the comments. I would love to hear what you think. Until next time, stay safe, stay curious, and stay secure. Bye.